As Chen said in a 2018 article titled 40 Social Media Facts to Boost Your 2018 Social Presence, the average time spent using social media is 135 minutes per day. Hey, these people are on their phones during my speech. Social media is taking over people's lives. They cannot even stay off their phone for 7 minutes it takes me to present my speech. This speech pertains to the audience listening because most of us are teenagers. And in this generation, we are becoming so involved with social media. And as you've seen, they are even using it during my speech. Today, I'm going to tell you about the effects of social media and why it is becoming a problem, how I believe social media addiction can be improved, and finally, I will share real examples on how the problem of social media is being helped. Social media addiction is causing many severe social effects, and I believe they need to be resolved. What do you think social media is causing? An article titled Addiction to Social Media, Griffiths wrote in 2018 saying that back in 2011, Dr. Daria Kuss and he were the first academics to systematically review the excessive social media use. Although there were only a few studies at this time, they did find that for a small amount of people there was a significant detrimental effect on many aspects of their lives. These including real-life relationships and academic achievements. They argued that social media causes an addiction. This addiction is a huge rising concern among social media users. To many people, social media is not just a fun way to pass the time, but it became an addiction. Even if a person says they are not addicted, it is very likely that they have an obsession. According to Dr. Young in her 2017 article titled Social Media Addiction, she states that there are 5 key reasons that there's a social addiction. The first being that you spend a lot of time thinking about social media or planning how to use it, which leads to the second reason of feeling urged to use it more and more. Thirdly, once you start to use social media on a regular basis, you use it in order to forget about your personal problems. Once you reach this stage, you can experience withdrawal symptoms such as being troubled or restless if you are unable to check social media. Finally, it can have a negative impact on your social relationships. There are many disorders that can arise from this withdrawal, such as anxiety, depression, and a sense of loneliness, along with ADHD. With all of these, it can cause the fear of missing out. Although there are a few people who are generally addicted to social media, but it most likely will be seen increasing in the next years to come. But since this is a habit, these symptoms will be affecting other things we see in our day-to-day lives, which can potentially endanger you or people surrounding you. One of the most dangerous things people have been doing is checking social media while they are driving. An act like this is so dangerous, which can potentially kill many people and needs to be stopped. This can also be seen even if you are not driving, such as if you are crossing the street and you're on your phone. You're not paying attention to your surroundings, which in turn can put you into a very dangerous situation. Although there are many more things social media can affect that aren't life-threatening, but are affecting the quality of your life, such as checking your phone while you're out with friends. By doing this, it is affecting the quality of interaction with people outside of social media. To accompany this, it has made people more unsocial than ever before. People today cannot go an hour without checking their phones. Therefore, they do not want to go out and socialize with other people. With this, people do not have to meet up with their friends to have a conversation or to make plans. They can just simply send them a message or look them up on social media. I saw in the news one day that this kid was killed by a train because he was so tuned into the social media he was viewing that he did not hear the train horn or the people yelling at him to move out of the way. Social media is wrecking how we interact with interacting with people and our quality of life. Therefore, someone needs to make changes to prevent society from turning into social media obsessed zombies. It is near impossible to control someone and tell them to quit using social media before it harms their life, unless you educate them and change their mind on their own. To start the prevention of these situations, it is crucial that you understand the situation. Consequently, if you are unfamiliar of what social media can do to you, it is crucial that you educate yourself on the effects of social media. For example, if you're a parent, talk to your children about what they do on social media or why they feel the need to use it so much. Even if you do not have children, you need to come up with a way to educate yourself, such as watching news stories about the effects of social media or compare what social media has caused you to do. By learning the horrible and life-altering effects, hopefully users are inclined to reduce their usage of social media. Though if learning the effects of social media does not incline you to reduce the uses of social media, another great way is to take away that distraction. Whether this is by turning off the notifications or by deleting the app in general. A step you can take is to set a time limit. Whether this is an easy solution by holding yourself accountable to get off an app when you're reaching your limit, or if someone set a password to lock you out of certain apps if you're using them too long. According to the Apple Newsroom, in an article titled ISO 12 introduces a new feature to reduce interruptions and manage screen time in 2018. Their new update, they announced new tools to help consumers understand and take control and also understand the time they are using their devices. In this update, Apple enhances the Do Not Disturb features, making this a powerful tool in time management as well as keeping people focused, whether they're either studying or at a family dinner. A new feature Apple is creating is the app limiting feature. In this, you can set the time limit for certain apps. You can also block yourself from using any apps near bedtime or in a downtime. By doing this, you can promote yourself to find other activities to be more productive during your downtime during the day. Although just improving how you use social media does not eliminate the social issue of social media. Just this year, my school made a new rule that you're only allowed to have your phone in between classes and at lunch. Once you enter the classroom, phones must be put away and out of sight. By doing this, my school has eliminated the distraction of social media, which better enables students to have an enriched learning experience, along with better social interactions with friends. Although you still see students sneaking to be on their phones to check social media, actions like this from social media users is what causes these social issues. To help improve social interactions with social media, I urge you to put down the phone and enrich yourself in your surroundings. You also need to set yourself improvement goals on using social media. By doing this, you should learn when it is right and wrong to use social media, such as not using it at the dinner table, but when you are winding down for the day. Social media addiction is causing many severe social effects, and I believe they need to be resolved. Therefore, today, I have told you about the effects of social media and why it is becoming a problem, how I believe social media can be improved, and finally, I shared examples on how the problem of social media is being helped. As President Obama said, social media is a really powerful tool for people of common interests to convene and get to know each other and connect. But then it's important for them to get offline, meet in a pub, meet in a place to worship, meet in a neighborhood, and get to know each other. So go out, put the phone down, and become more social without using social media.